Hi kids, today we will be reading your favorite storybook Too Much Clue, written by Jason Lefberry and illustrated by Zach Refes. Our teacher says, too much glue never dries. She reminds us, glue raindrops, not puddles. And she warns me, Maddie, too much glue. But my dad and I love glue. At home, we make glue glasses, glue mustaches, and even glue bouncy balls. Mom is happy to help. So, during art class, I find the fullest bottle of glue. I tip them over and squeeze. Glue squishes from the orange tips and slopes all over. Sequins and googly eyes float around in a gluey lake. Then it's time for the most important decoration. Geronimo, I belly flop onto the table and roll around, letting the glue and everything else cover me. Time to go on the drying rack, I announce. But when I try to pull myself off the table, I boing right back down. Too much glue, Matty, too much glue, my teacher squawks. This is bad. There is only half an hour until the end of school, and all I can do is lift my head, wave my hands, and wiggle my feet. The rest of me is a blocky, stucky mess. Can somebody help me? I call. While my teacher breathes into a paper bag. No shouts. Let's lasso him. Izzy, no, and Owen get to work. Soon I am rocked from all sides like a radio pony. But when they try to pull me out, snap! The noose breaks, leaving colorful octopus tentacles everywhere. Don't worry, Matty, we know what to do, shout Luke and Grace from across the room. Is that a toy truck? I asked as they wheel the contraption over and stick a plastic hook into my suit of glue. My friends pull one way and the glue pulls the other. Creak, click, creak, click, until the tow truck explodes and plastic bricks rain all over. Now I am a clicky, bricky, clingy, stringy, plucky, stucky mess. The school nurse bursts in and checks my temperature. 98.6. Sorry, no fever. I can't send you home early. She dabs and pats me like I'm spilled juice, but the more she plots, the more the glue spread. Soon I am a melted mummy, clicky, bricky, clingy, stringy, blocky, stucky mess. Then the principal comes in. He takes one look at me, sticks a note on my belly, and leaves. Seeing my teacher huffing and puffing like a train gives me a great idea. I whisper it to Halle and Owen. The final bell rings and everyone freezes except Owen and Halle. It is the biggest one we could make. They shout, fiercely flapping a huge paper fan at me. Then, just as I am thinking I will be a note on my tummy, melted mummy, clicky bricky, clingy stringy, plucky stucky glue boy for the rest of my life. My plan works. Something my teacher said could never happens, the glue dries. But I am still stuck and now I hear footsteps. The door starts to open. My father and some other carpool parents walk in. Dad come closer and inspect me. Then he peels off the table, glue yarn, bricks and all he spins me around. No one makes a sound. Then Dad smiles. Matty, you are a masterpiece. He holds me up for everyone to admire. My friends all cheers. The car ride home is interesting. Mom is speechless when Dad brings me in the house, but he knows just what to do. Well, kiddo, Dad says some beautiful thing only happen once, and this is one of those things. He gently grips the right glue in front of my neck and behind my collar and peels me open like a ripe banana. Now it's Dad's turn to glue and he seals up the sides of the me-shaped work of art. I bet it would take all the glue in the art room to make a U-shaped work of art, Dad, I say. Dad laughs, then he glues a big magnet to the back of my project and hangs it on the fridge. During dinner, we sneak peeks at my masterpiece, and after dinner, we take the principal's note very seriously. On that note, it was written, "Please encourage Matty to use tape instead of glue." Thank you kids for listening this interesting storybook. Let me know in the comment section what's your opinion about this book.